Hello, distinguished participants. Welcome to the second lesson where we'll be looking at online contact and calendars and email etiquettes and safety. I'm Awolumate Samuel. I'm sure you know and agree with me that it's not really possible to remember all contacts and your schedules, at your fingertips. So email, has this functionality, the online contact and calendar that can help you in this regard. And I'm also sure that you will also know that there are expected basic manner in safety in communication. And this applies to email as well as it applies to normal communication. So in this lesson, we'll be looking at all of that. Let's look at the outline. In the outline, we'll be looking at the online contact and step 2, actually setting it up, the building of online group contacts, setting up online calendars, and also we'll be looking at email etiquette and what it is and safety. And we'll be able to, at the end of this, we'll offer you some do's and don'ts and also safety tips. Now, let's quickly look at online contacts. Online contact will help you organize your contact information of your friends, your co-worker, your family, just like what we have in the address book that we are all used to. So it also helps you to access vital information anywhere at any time. And once you just log on to your in previous lesson, I showed you the email and how it function with the various functionality. So you come here and you just create your contacts. Where we'll soon show you how to do just that. So you create it. These are your contact list. This way to come and create all your contact, as we'll see in the next slide. Now, how do I add to my contacts? Very easy. So you just log on to contact for Gmail, particularly contact@gmail.com, for example. So you just click create, and once you click create, this will pop up. And once it pop up, you are expected to fill in your name, your first name, your surname, your email address, and other details that may be required of you. Once you fill all of that, you just click save here. And once you click it here, automatically this person whose contact you want to save, the email and all of that, will be saved here. And so anytime you need it, you can retrieve it. Now, this is selecting your contacts. That means that in case you want to send the same email to several individuals, you can do just that. So when you are composing your email, you have an option of either sending it to, or you come here and select here you can select as many as possible. Once you select it you choose your recipients from your contact list that you have created previously, you can automatically send a message, and just select here. All of that will appear on this bar and you can send it automatically. That's how to do that function. Let's look at building contact group. You can actually build a contact group such that you are able to send email to all of them all the time. For example, you have a particular project you are doing with a particular students. You can actually group them together so that once you come and click on that group email, all of that will be sent to them at the same time. How do you do that? There are 5 steps to do. So you go to your Gmail account and you just click on the icon here, contacts. Once that is done, the next thing is to select all the contacts you want to group together. Okay, that's the second thing you do here. And you come here, you choose here, label icon is here. Once you put the label icon here, you select the group here. Then you select the group and label it actually. Once you do that, you apply. It's just beneath it. Once you apply it, it will create a group for you that you can always communicate with. Now, we will look at online calendar, just like we look at the contacts. Online calendars are very easy to compose. So the email provider had made it very possible, very easy for us to be able to schedule our appointment, organize our tasks, manage our time, and also we can also synchronize all of this into our mobile system and personal computer, and to be able to be reminded of our schedules and our tasks that we want to achieve. This is what it looks like. Okay, let's look at how we can actually set it up. Now, in setting up this, there are steps. There are about 7 steps we are going to take to set up our online calendar. First thing, you have to log on. This will require your email and your password. Once that is done, you can navigate to the calendar. Look at it here. It's always here. Just navigate to your calendar. Once that is done, you move to the next step, where you will see you create. Okay, look at it here. You just create it here. Once that is done, it's at the bottom near the top of the corner here. Then once that is done, you come, it will open this particular page to you, prop it open. And once that is open, you enter the name of the events, okay, and enter the dates, enter the time, and all of that. Fill out all the options, whether it's all the day, you want it repeated in a particular sequence, and you enter the location. The 5th step is entering the location where you want the event will take place. You can also put, the user, you put the description of what you actually want to achieve in that day, on that day. So the next thing is that you can add other guests. This is it. First, you can add other guests at their permission and manage, if you want to invite other guests, you want to see other guest lists, and finally you have to just look at, you want to change the appearance, make it beautiful and attractive, appealing to even you yourself, so that you can choose any of the color you want. Can be done. And let's quickly just move on to what we said about email ethic and their safety. There are rules, like we said, practicing good manners and staying safe when using email is very critical. And there are basic steps that you just have to observe, and if you are going to have good manner observed in your email. So these are basic rules, even to improve your writing, and regardless of the recipient you are sending it to. Rule number 1, you see, you must learn to mention and include your the attachment you're including. Never attach a file without mentioning it in the email. For example, I have attached a photo pack price list, as requested, that you requested for. So you must mention it here. Okay, don't just attach without mentioning it here, which is very important. And make sure your attachments are included when you state it. Attach, and it's always advisable that you attach file before you even start writing. Okay, so that you will not have forgotten, which is normal, and sometimes it eludes us. Secondly, the second rule is consider the file size and format. What do we mean by this? You avoid sending excessively large, attachment, and if you don't compress it, it takes time for your recipient to be able to download, and it's sometimes very annoying, and so the person may not even just feel like downloading your vital document you are sending to them. So what do? You zip it. Okay, and once you zip it, you can apply universal file like PDF, JPG, all of that. Of course, we now have a cloud-based storage devices like Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive to transfer huge documents. Recently, I use WeTransfer. That's a very WeTransfer can also help you, transfer your documents that are very large. The third rule is only include related files. There's no point sending files that are unrelated. It can cause confusion, and so it's better to use multiple email, to send to that same person you want to. So there are a few do's and don'ts I want to bring to your attention, in mannerism. So subject line should be clearly precise. Always reply after thinking with appropriate response. Use paragraph to convey your text of email, and the standard format most of the time is 12 and the color black. Always also add a signature, which is very important. When we are talking about phishing, we'll look at the signature as well, which is very important, which is always missing when people want to prey on others. So destination is also important. The contact details, be specific with the use of bold, italics, and underline, and be consistent with your formats. Very important. And avoid discussing confidential matter. Avoid responding when emotionally drained. You can say some things that are not healthy. Also avoid trying to resolve conflict via email. Front side should not be overwhelmed. To now overwhelm the message itself. Sometimes if you look at a big side, you may not even be able to see the message that is being conveyed. And avoid using unnecessary background, just to want to impress. That doesn't really make sense. Avoid using capital red, long, as SMS, shorthand. It's not really etiquette. It's not healthy to do that. Communicate freely. Read, for content and punctuation, and be able to give feedback, when necessary. Don't leave people blank. So let me just quickly mention to you some safety tips that is very important as we begin to round up. Email isn't secure. I'm sure you know that. So you don't send your credit, your data, your password, your social security number, as the case may be. Hackers and criminals, we just have to email you, if you do that. Simple tools. Use strong password, which is unique, that is very unique, by combination of letters, figures, and symbols, to create your strong word. 2 tiers authentication is very important. Watch out for phishing email. Never open unexpected attachment without scanning it. I think we'll discuss some of these things in the next lesson. Use separate email accounts, when necessary, and never access your email with public Wi-Fi. It's always a trap to many. When you go to airports and all of those public places, you want to use free Wi-Fi. They are always there to trap you. So use robust spam filter. Never click on a subscribe link in a spam email. Remember, smart email security practice and apply them. My final thoughts on this lesson is that steps involved in adding and selecting online contact has been communicated to us effectively. As in Gmail rules for creating group email in your own. You can do that on your own in practice. And fundamental rules of email etiquette and safety has also been applied to us. So in order to maintain your email account as safe and secure as possible, observe this vital guideline. I want to thank you again, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much.